Hello, Warboard users. I'm Govinda Dasu, and I'm going to be interviewing William Du on Resolve Cloud Computing is immoral. It's fine. So, William, what do you think? A or nay? Is cloud computing immoral?
No, it's not immoral.
Really? Big companies storing personal information of people on a large-scale way in order to exploit the money out of them is not immoral.
So you're saying, but people have a choice to put that information on.
Right, but the cloud computing revolution is going to make it so that they don't have a choice, right?
Well, in theory, you could say that they do. Well, because they can opt not to use computer.
Right, but the cloud computing revolution is something that's suggesting that all the companies and all the workplaces of the world are going to require people to be in a society where people put their data in the cloud.
Quite
And
honestly,
once your society forces you to put data in the cloud, aren't you requiring everybody to basically give their personal information to big companies like Google and Facebook?
Quite honestly, I don't think that the cloud computing revolution is even gonna get that big, because the limitations of cloud computing are by far, like, you can't do as much in the cloud as you are making out to be. And I don't think that technology will ever reach a peak where it's actually fast to use cloud computing versus actual hardware that you have right in front of you. Hardware is always in the
Oh, sure it can. With fiber optic cables, you can make bandwidth go way up the roof, and you can make the internet become much faster. And doesn't that just make sense?
Even though internet is you can go as fast as you want, there's limitations to even the cloud storage. And if you have limitations to cloud storage,
how is there a limitation to cloud storage?
Because servers are just essentially glorified hard drives.
Right, but you can just have bigger and bigger servers. Facebook can increase the size of their
I'm not
servers.
talking about size, I'm talking about speed and performance. Like, ultimately, you could, if you
assuming that the cloud computing revolution can take place,
like, and accommodate.
What is your argument that it's not immoral for companies to steal data from people?
First of all, people send clauses, like when you click the I agree button without reading.
Right, but isn't that cheating them?
It's not cheating them, because it's absolutely fair. And people, it's not like the hard drives will, like actual physical hard drives are just going to cease to exist. They always will be, so people will always have a choice.
Well, what about netbooks? What if the netbooks pervade our society and people are just using browsers to access the internet and all applications become web applications? Because that's what Google and Facebook really want to do.
Well, first off, they have to fend off all these software companies that are trying to actually, first off, they have to fend off all these software companies that are actually have more money, because they have all of their profits are invested in one or two pieces of software. So first of all, cloud computing you're basically saying Google is trying to have all the apps online, and even
like Word will become Google Docs, and Excel becomes Google Docs, and all the things that you do normally on your hard drive and not pay money for are going to be online. And Google can advertise on the side and make money off of your work.
Yes, but okay, so I see what you're saying. Like, you're saying that you might get locked into, there's absolutely
right.
But there absolutely is a choice still. No matter what, cloud computing isn't immoral, because you have that, what?
I can't see your face.
Oh.
You mean he's too far?
No, I mean he's like...
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll edit this part out. Okay?
Okay, wait, let me regroup my thoughts. What were we talking about?
So, in the end, so you feel that cloud computing is not immoral, and that these companies have the right and the freedom to put web applications online, and you justify that drawing the line should happen so that companies have their freedom to do what they want, and that in the end it's not going to exploit people.
Exactly.
That's a very interesting argument, and we'll have to see how it plays out. Thank you, Will.